Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Code to be a Java Programmer. Today is day 32 of our coding journey. In today's session, we'll explore static methods in Java. Static methods are an essential part of Java programming, allowing us to create methods that belong to the class rather than any specific instance. Let's dive in. Okay. So, yesterday we had a very good understanding about what static variable is. So, static variable is basically we can access it without the object creation, right? And we can access it with the help of its class name itself. And the same goes here for static method too. Now, let me create here a start. Now, this is not a static method, it's an instance method. Now, let me create a static method. Public static void show 2. Okay, so this is a static method which I have created, and you know how we can access it. Let me show you. Okay, so here what I've done is I've called the void show of method with the help of the objects, right, with the objects which I have created here. And in order to call the show2 method, I don't want to create an object because it is a static method, and static method can be created with the help of this using this static keyword. And yes, now for instance method we have used the objects, right? Now straight away without creating any object we can call this static method. Okay, now let's see the output. Yes, so this is static method. Now, this is actually the use of static method. That is, it just avoids the unnecessary object creations. Okay. Now, there's also something we can print the same thing inside, but we will be undergoing a problem if we tend to print the same thing which we tried in the instance method. Let me show you. Okay. Now here is an error arising stating, let's see what's the error by hovering above it. Cannot make a static reference to a non-static field brand in Java. Yes. So, you know why this error is here? It's because inside a static method you cannot use a non-static variable. That's the problem. And see, since here we have declared the string variable name as static variable, here the problem is not getting arise. You know why? Because when we call here without any object created, now it doesn't know whether the brand here belongs to obj or obj1, because obj has different value Nokia and obj1 has different value as Samsung, whereas the static keyword will contain the same value throughout the program, and that's why we have this problem and we cannot solve it directly. And directly in the sense, then I have a way to solve it, but not directly, whereas I can do it indirectly. Now let's see how we can do it. And inside this I can pass a parameter. Now since I am passing obj, since I have passed a parameter here inside this static method, and I'm supposed to catch it here, right? So I'm putting here as mobile space ob, and here now the static method knows that it will be displaying the values of this obj. Am I right? So the brand will be displayed as Nokia, and the price will be displayed as 123. Okay, now let's see what the output is. Yes, that's right. Okay, so let me again just recall what we have seen under the static variable and under static method. Now, static variable is nothing but it's a variable which we create outside the main class, right? So outside the main class we usually create many variables, and in order to access those variables we create objects. Yes, yes. So let's see here. In order to access the variables brand and price, we are creating an object with the class name, the object name with a new keyword in order to create the object and the constructor. And then using this object, we are assigning values and we will be printing it. Okay, so this is what the usual assignment of a normal variable. Whereas what happens in the static variable is you don't need any creation of objects. Instead, just straight away with the help of class, you can assign the value for it and you can use it. Okay, so this is what static variable is. Whereas what static method is, now this is the example of non-static method where it straight away shows system.out.println, and in order to call this method we are using the object which we have created already, that is object name dot the method name of. Using this we are calling it. Whereas this is the static method where we can call the static method straight away here with the help of the class name dot the method name. And one difficulty what we will be facing inside the static method is we cannot use the non-static variables directly. Instead, how we can use it alternatively is we can pass the parameter here inside the while calling the static method, and after passing it here you need something to catch here, right? And so we will be using this parameter, and again with the help of that we'll be calling it. So this is how static variable and static method works. I hope you understand this. That is simply it avoids us from creating unnecessary objects. So that's all for today. Static methods help you organize your code and avoid unnecessary object creation. They are particularly useful for utility classes and factored methods. Thank you for joining me on day 32 of Let's Go to be a Java Programmer. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our daily coding sessions. See you tomorrow for day 33. Happy coding!